Hello there. Welcome to Grade 10 Accounting. Today we want to look at a question of June 2022. This question paper that we want to look at, and we want to look at the first question, which is question one of that question paper, which is on salaries journal. Then this question has got 22 marks and it requires you to spend about 20 minutes on that question. So I'll go to the question 1.1, which is salaries journal. It reads the following information is related to Sians and Zela traders for the month of May 2022. On the required part, that is first part 1.1.1, it says complete the salaries journal for May 2022, and we have got 22 marks. Then NB, some figures have been entered in the special answer booklet provided, which means we've got an answer book that we are provided with that we need to complete. Then beneath that, we are given information whereby we've got a column for employees, basic salary, pay as you earn, which is PAYE, medical aid, pension fund, and UIF. Then we are seeing that the deduction section is starting from PAYE to UIF. Then under that, we've got Arakune and Tizwane will earn bonuses in March, which is the same as their monthly salaries. In brackets, these bonuses are not included in the figures above, right? So what it means is we have got bonuses which are equal to the monthly basic salary. So what we mean is to get the gross salary, we are just going to say a basic salary, which is, for example, for Arakune, with 46,600 per month. And then we add the bonus, which is equal to the basic salary. We add again 46,600 to get the amount of gross salary. So we go to the additional information. We put additional information that we are also given there, whereby we are told that the employer contributes 10.5% of basic salary towards pension fund with the GEPF. So it means in terms of the pension fund, we are going to say 10.5%, and then we multiply by the basic salary. And then the basic salary is the one that we are given here, 46,600 for Kune, and then 576,000 for Squani. But the figure that we are having for Squani, we are given an annual. We are given an annual amount there, which means that we are going to divide by 12, because this is per annum. But for Kune, we are given it as what? As per month. So this is what we have. Then on the second point, the employer contribution towards medical aid with GEMS is R2 for every rand deducted from employees. So what does it mean? It means whatever deduction is going to be there on medical fund, of medical aid for the employee, for the employer, it's going to be times 2, because it's 2 rand for every rand. So the figures that we are having for medical aid for employees, we are just going to multiply them by 2 when we are now under the employer section. Then next sentence is and towards UIF is on rand for rand basis. So what does it mean? It means the same amount for UIF that we have for the employee is also going to be the same amount that we are going to apply for the employer. So this is what we have. Then we can go to the other section to see what we have. So this is our answer section, whereby 1.1 is saying salaries journal of Sians Zela traders on 31 March 2022. So we are seeing that we have got the row for Kune in this one in terms of basic salary, then bonus and total. So remember, we are saying the amount of bonus is going to be the same with the amount of basic salary that we are given there. Then we add the 2 to get the total. So the instruction that is explaining that, we can go back to highlight that one. The instruction that is explaining about that adjustment is the Arakune Tizwane will earn bonuses in March, which is the same as their monthly salaries you see now. So it means we are going to take these figures, which is per month, 46,600 per month, is the same amount that we're going to put in the bonus column. And then for Zwane, we are given an annual of 576,000. So this is for Zwane. For Zwane, we are given an annual, which is 576,000. So remember, if it's per annum, it means it's for 12 months. So we are going to divide this amount by 12 so that we get the monthly amount. So if you divide by 2, you are going to see that you get 48,000. So 48,000 is going to be for Zwane, which you are going to put under basic and a bonus. Then we add the 2 to get the gross amount. So which is going to be the total. So what we are going to do here, we're going to see that for Anakune, it's already pre-entered 46,600. So the same amount is going to come under bonus, which is 46,600. So we add the 2, 46,600 plus 46,600 to get the total. So if add the 2, you're going to get 93. 93,200. So this is what we have. Then for as one, this is the amount that we calculated there when we divide it by 12. So we can go back to check. We got 48,000 when we divide it by 12 to get the monthly amount. So we're going to put again, that one is 48,000, and then we also put 48,000. Then we are also going to add the two. So here it means for basic, we have got 48,000. Same amount again is the bonus, which is 48,000. So when we add the two, the amount that you are going to get there is 96,000. So here we have got 96,000. So this is the amounts that we are going to supposed to fill in there. Then you go to the deduction section. So we've got employee, Arakune, and then we've got the column for payee, medical aid fund, pension, UIF, and then we are going to add to get the total deductions is going to be in this column, total deductions. And then obviously net salary, now we are going to say net salary is equals to a total salary, which is the gross total salary, and then we subtract our deductions. So it means basically when you get our total here, we are going to say 93 for Kune, 93,200, then you subtract the total that we have for the total deductions for Kune, then you get the net salary. So basically like that. So we are seeing that for medical aid fund is already pre-entered, and for UIF is already pre-entered, so we're not going to waste our time there. So we go to payee, then we go to the instruction of payee to see what are they saying in terms of pay as you earn. So if you come back, I would see that in terms of pay as we earn, we are given it there. Let's just try to see payee is in this column, saying 35% of gross for Kune, and then 38% of gross for Swami. So the gross is the total figure that we got there. So we got 35% for Kune. So we go there and just calculate it as it is. So we are seeing that here for Kune is in the first row. Here we have got the total for 93,200. So we are going to say 35%, which is we are going to say 35% is a decimal, becomes 0.35. Remember, when you convert 35% to a decimal, or we can just start by saying, let's just start by presenting it in the form of a percentage, whereby we are saying 35%, we are saying 35, which is 35 over 100. And then we multiply by 93,200. So this is 93,200 over 1. So if you say 100 into 35, we are going to get 0.35. And then we multiply by 93,200. And then if you multiply the two, if you try to multiply the two, you'd see that. Let's try to calculate those figures. Let's try to see how we can calculate that. If you calculate the two, you're going to get 32,620. 32,620. If you say 0.35, and then you multiply by 93,200. You get 32,620. So this is the amount that we have for pay, which is pay as we earn for the first, which is Kune. So we are just going to enter as it is. So if you come here, you see that we are here. So we're going to enter that amount here. So we say now, here we are having 32,620. 32,620. Right. So this is what we have. Then we can as well try to enter in terms of as one. So 32,620. So for Zwane, we're going to do the same. Remember, for Zwane, we've got a percentage of 38%. So if you go back to recheck the amount, it's here, which is 38% for pay as you earn for Zwane. So we're going to use 30%, then we convert it to a decimal. We multiply by the total that we are given. The total that we are given there is 96,000 is here. So we are going to do as such, and then we multiply there. So we are now on Zwane. So we are now on Zwane. We are going to say 38%, which is 38 over 100. Then we multiply by the 96,000 here over 1. Then obviously we convert to a decimal, it becomes 0.38, and then we multiply by 96,000. Then we try to multiply that one. Let's just try to multiply that one. Multiply correctly. I'm going to get 36 36,408. So it means here we've got 36,408. So this is the amount that we are going to put for Swane for pay, which is pay as we earn. So we can just maybe go there and try to enter that one. So we are here, pay as we earn, we are entering it here. So we are saying 36,408. 36,480. So this is the amount that we have there. So the next one is pension fund. So we go to there and try to see the instruction for pension funds. We come back there. Pension funds, we are given its year saying 7.5% of basic salary. So basic salary is the one that we are given here. So we can just multiply it here we start with Kune 7.5%. So what are we saying? 7.5 is 7.5 over 100. And then we multiply by the figure that we giving for basic, which is 46,600. Then we get 46,600 over 1. And obviously, if you simplify it further, if you say 100 into 7.5 to get a decimal of 7.5%, you are going to get 0.075. And then you multiply by 46,600. And then we multiply the two. We multiply the two, we are going to get 3,475. 3,475. That is the figure that we have there. 3,475. So we are saying 3,475 is going to come here under pension funds, which is 3,475. And then we go to calculate the next one, which is for Swane. For Swane, remember we are saying Swane is here. Let's just come here. We have got this is Swane, T1, and then it's also 7.5% of basic. And here we are given the annual and we calculated monthly. So we're going to say 7.5% of the monthly amount. 7.5% we come here. This is the monthly amount that we calculated at that time. We calculated the monthly amount, it became this one. So we are going to say 7.5, which is 7.5 over 100, and then we multiply by 48,000 over 1. And obviously, we are going to convert now 7.5 to a decimal. We say 100 into 7.5, we are going to get 0.075, like what we did earlier. And then you multiply by 48,000. Then you get your amount. So if you multiply there, you would see that you are going to get 3,600. So for Swane, we've got 3,600. So this is the amount that we are going to put for Swane, which is 3,600. So we come back here. So we are saying here we've got 3,600. So this is an amount that we have. Then we add now to get the totals in terms of the deductions. So for Kune, we are going to say 32,620 plus 5,600 plus 3,495 plus 466. Then we add the two. We add all in that row for Kune. Then the total that we are supposed to get there. Let's try to see. You get 51,019. So it means here for the total we have got 51,019. So this is the total that we have. Then we also do the same for T1 to get the total. We are going to say 36,480. We add 8,900. We add 3,600. We add 480. We add 49,460 to get the total, which is 46,540. So here we've got 46,540. And then for the net salary, this is the net salary that we are having there. This is our net salary. So for our net salary now, we are now saying the total, which is the gross year, and you subtract this one to get this one. So for Kune, let's just try to see. For Kune now, we are saying we are going to say the 93,200. 93,200. Then we subtract the total for deductions for Kune, which is 51,090. And then if you do that, the answer that you are going to get for the net salary, yes, you subtract your 50. Let's try to see. This one is not correct. We can just correct it. We've got a mistake there. Let's try to see. We are saying this amount. Let's try to recalculate it. It's not supposed to be here. We are saying If you say 32,620, we add 5,600, we add 3,475, and then we add 466. There, the total that we are supposed to get is 42,181. So we are saying there we've got 42,181. And then here, which means we are going to subtract it here again, 42,181. Then when you subtract 23,200 minus 42,181, you are now supposed to get your amount, which is 51,019. So this is what we have. So our 51,019 is the one that is going to be our net there. So we can just enter it as 51,019. So this is our net salary for Kune. And then we go for Zwane. Zwane, we are now saying 96,000 minus minus 49,460. We are going to see that for Zwane, the total that we have for Zwane there is 49,460. 49,460. Again, here we've got a mistake that we have there. So what we are saying, if you add 36,480 and you add 8,900, you add 3,600, you add 480, you are going to get 49,460. So we are saying here we've got 49,460. And then when you subtract now, to get now the net, now we are saying 96,000 minus 49,460. Let's try to see. 96,000. So we are saying for the net for Zwane. So we are saying net salary for Zwane. We are saying the total, which is the gross, which is 96,000. And then we subtract the total deductions, which is 49,460. Then if you subtract the two, yes, we'll get 46,540. So this is the amount that we are representing our net. So we go there and put our 46,540. So it's going to come here, 46,540. So this is the amount that we have in terms of our net salaries. Then I will go to the last part whereby we are saying the employee, we are given the employee, then employer's contribution. So on the employer's contribution, remember we put an explanation in terms of a medical aid and pension fund. UIF is pre-entered, so you're not going to worry. Then the total section, you're not going to add because it's in it's cancelled there, so that you're not going to enter that. Then we go to medical aid to see what's the employer's contribution and see the instruction that you are given in the question. So we can just go there and try to see medical aid. Is here saying the employer's contribution towards medical aid with a GEMS is £2 for every rand. So it means that the medical aid that we are given under the employee, we multiply by 2 because it's 2 for every rand. So what we are saying is we go and check what amount of medical aid do we have. Remember, for Kune is 5,600, so we can just maybe create some space here and try to calculate that. So if you come here, right? So what we are saying is the amount for Kune we are given it is 5,600. So for the employer now we are saying times 2. There to get the amount for the employer because it's 2 for every rand. So if you multiply the 2, we are going to see that you get 11,200. Then we go for Zwane. The amount that we have 8,900 multiply by 2. For Zwane, we multiply by 2, and then we get 17,800. So these are the amount that we are going to fill in for medical aid for the employer's contribution. So we go there and enter those amounts. Medical aid, remember, on the first part, we've got 11,200, so it's going to say 11,200. Then for Zwane, we have got 17,800, so we're going to say 17,800. So this is what we have. Then for pension fund, again, we're going to go back and see what exactly does it say. Then we are given for, let's try to see, let's go back and try to see. Pension fund, we go back again I try to see the instruction here on the first point. The employer contributes to the employer contributes 10.5% of basic salary towards pension fund. So basic salary we are given it here, so we are just going to say 10.5%. Then we can start with Kune. So we are saying for Kune, we are saying 10.5%, which is 10.5 over 100, and then multiply the basic salary, which is 46,600. And obviously, if you say 110.5, we're going to say 0.105. And then we multiply by 46,600. Then the amount that you get there, pension fund, we're going to get 4,893. So this is for Kune. And obviously, we now want to see for Zwane, what are we saying? For Zwane, we are now saying 10.5 again over 100, and then we multiply by the basic that we have of one. Remember, the basic we said 576 is per annum, so we divided by 12 and we got 48,000. So it means we got 48,000 for one for the monthly amount, then over one. And obviously now 10.5 becomes 0.105 as a decimal, then we multiply by 48,000. So this is what we have. And then let's try to see the answer that we are supposed to get there. Right. If you multiply there, you'd see that the amount that you are going to get there, we are going to get 5,040. So these are the two amounts that we have. We are going to see that for Kune, we got 4,893. Now we got 5,040, and then we can just go and enter those amounts. So we are going to say here we have got 4,893. And then here for one is 5,040. 5,040. So this is the end of our question. We would like to continue posting more videos. Those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share. We are still coming with more videos that are going to assist us. As for this video, I'm signing out.